feel like the luckiest man alive, and I feel like a fool. That woman confuses me and plays me for a fiddle like no one else alive.
I mean, Arthur's got a disease worse than an STD and far more transmissible, so his love life is not gonna do well. Hello, my little sun children. Welcome back to Fiction Affliction, the greatest show on the internet!
Why are we not funding this?
And I am your host, Alec Hamlin, your literary Sherpa, baby, guiding you through 5 tragic romances in Red Dead Redemption 2. Before we start, go ahead and smash that subscribe button, because when you hit that subscribe button, it helps me get more subscribers, which in turn helps me to get food money. And I hear that food is nice. Nice. And also, guys, if you do like this series of Fiction Affliction, go ahead and hit that bell notification button, because then you'll be notified every time I go ahead and upload a video, which is every Tuesday at 12 p.m. Pacific time. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the list of 5 tragic romances from Red Dead Redemption 2 that'll make you feel better about your terrible love life. Number 1!
Doesn't mean we won't stop thinking you're angry and sad.
What you think of me?
Sad in a good way, like a romantic poet.
Who didn't play Red Dead Redemption 2 and immediately fall in love with Mary-Beth? We all did. Mary-Beth's love life in Red Dead Redemption 2 is one of the most tragic because she is arguably one of the most pure characters of the gang. She is one of the most innocent people. One of the people who has probably the most potential to have a good life after this gang. And she does. She ends up going on to be a very successful writer.
What? A writer?
A writer of what, you may ask? Romance novels. Which is fitting because when you're a writer, you kind of try to get out all of your problems in your words. So I'm gonna guess that Mary-Beth is doing the same because her love life sucks. Throughout the game, it is very heavily hinted at that Mary-Beth wants to be the only Mary in Arthur's life. She's smitten, Pookie. She's got butterflies in her stomach anytime she's around Arthur. She wants to hop on the good foot to do the bad thing with him. That means coitus. But alas, unfortunately for Mary-Beth, and for that matter, unfortunately for Arthur Morgan, because it's definitely unfortunate for Arthur Morgan, because like, Mary-Beth is just wonderful. She's perfect. She's adorable. She's sweet. She's just a good person. Arthur would have been so much happier with Mary-Beth instead of that awful person, Mary Linton. More on that later. What I'm trying to get at is that Arthur's not down for Mary-Beth for some stupid reason. He doesn't reciprocate her feelings for him. He's not into it. That's what I'm trying to get at. And as much as I want these two to be together, I get it. Because she's like 20, 21, he's like 36 to 38. Their ages are actually out there. I'm just too lazy to go ahead and research. He's too old for her. And he's trying to be a good guy and just kind of be all like, Mary-Beth, honey, you're wonderful, you're perfect, but like, you're too young for me. You need to go after somebody your own age, all right? I need to go out with somebody my own age. I don't want to be perpetuating that thing that the media does where it's okay to show an older man going after a younger woman. And when that older man goes after that younger woman, it's just assumed in the story, whether it be a movie or a video game, usually, that it's just okay. Nobody ever talks about it. They're just like, that's normal. But whenever a story goes about an older woman going after a younger man, no one shuts up about it. That's the whole synopsis of the story. It's weird. What I'm getting at is that Arthur doesn't want to do that. I feel like I kind of went off on a rant there. I feel like the ADHD just kind of took the wheel. Oh, and then also he's dying. So I mean, like, you know, that kind of sucks for Mary-Beth because she's just pining for this dude and then she has to watch him slowly die. That is not so Raven. But don't worry. She's able to get over Arthur because she finds somebody else that she has feelings with. Kieran. Nothing possibly bad could happen to Kieran, right guys? Right guys? Right guys? I mean, what's the worst that's gonna happen? Yeah, it's not like he's gonna be abducted from the group. and then we have to hear his screams outside of camp as he has his eyes gouged out of his skull, and then he has his head removed from his body, and then his head is placed into his hands, and then he himself is placed onto a horse, and then that horse is then coming through the camp in which he's called family, and they have to watch his headless body be paraded around like a trophy. I mean, what are the odds that that happens? Oh, and Mary-Beth is like the first to see it too, so that just kind of adds insult to injury.
He was such a gentle soul.
It's tragic. Mary-Beth is a nice lady who deserves a nice man to take her out to a sizzler or something. And instead, everyone she loves ends up dying.
Everyone you love around you's dying!
Choice number 2.
Bill don't like nobody who's tougher or smarter than him.
You don't like many people at all.
Except for maybe that Kieran.
Honestly, it's not just Bill Williamson's love life, which is tragic. It's just everything about who he is a tragic figure. Him as a man, his future, his hairline. Well, he's not using the hair pomade for that. Let's get this out of the way right now. Bill's gay. It's definitely apparent. They hint at it so much throughout the game. It's strongly implied that he was kicked out of the military for being gay. And it's also implied that he's using the hair pomade that Arthur gives him for activities. Now, I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with being gay. I really hope it doesn't come off that way. However, this is in a time period where everyone else thought that there was something wrong with being gay. So Bill has to hide that from the world, including himself. I think Bill is somebody who is deeply in the closet and believes that he is straight, but has a lot of feelings that he doesn't understand. It's what makes him an incredibly interesting character. I don't think that Bill is a good person. I think he's a very bad person who does very bad things. However, the writing behind his character is so interesting, especially when you add this theory of him being gay. Let's take a look at Bill and Kieran's relationship.
Now, why are you so afraid of a pair of gelding tongs? I thought you were the horse expert. Hey, no, where are you going? Oh, no, don't take off. Oh.
It starts off very sadistic. He is incredibly angry at Kieran. Now, it's easily explained as him being an O'Driscoll. However, Bill seems to have more contempt for Kieran than anyone else. He's also incredibly obsessed with causing harm to Kieran's unmentionables. Like a little too obsessed. Like at any point, he could have been like, I'm gonna remove a finger or two. But no, he really focuses on the unmentionables. And I think it's because he is very attracted to Kieran and he doesn't understand these feelings and they scare him. And focusing that pain on Kieran's unmentionables is some sort of release for Bill. Then as the gang warms up to Kieran, Bill becomes pretty flirty.
You want to have a drink?
There are some camp interactions where Bill invites Kieran to a more intimate type of atmosphere. Not only does he get very hurt when Kieran says no, he also gets very embarrassed when he sees that Arthur is watching him. Bill Williamson's love life in Red Dead Redemption 2 is one of the most tragic because he won't allow himself to be romantically involved with the people he wants to be with. Because he's not accepting of who he is, and how he's handling that is violently. And now we'd like to take a quick moment to talk about our sponsors who currently have my family locked up somewhere and won't let them go until I tell you, Grifters Cola. Side effects may include euphoria, rage, and euphoric rage. That's not a good slogan. Can I have my family back, please? Pretty please? Okay, so I need to find a new family. Number 3. Who among you played Red Dead Redemption 1 and didn't have a giant crush on Bonnie MacFarlane? None of you. People who didn't fall in love with Bonnie MacFarlane do not exist. Why is her romantic love life tragic? Well, pretty much because she's the Red Dead Redemption 1 version of Mary-Beth. She can't have the person she's in love with, John. He also dies. And the person she was sweet on also died. Much like Mary-Beth's dealings with Kieran. In Red Dead Redemption 2, you can find a corpse that's washed up onto shore. Then you can go ahead and loot him, and you can find a love letter to Bonnie MacFarlane that's saying goodbye because he's dying. So, again, let's roll the clip.
Everyone you love around you's dying!
That one was really fast. I thought I was gonna stay on the topic of Bonnie MacFarlane for a lot longer. I love Bonnie. Moving on. Number 4!
We still got each other, ain't that right, honey pie? And we still know how to have a hog killing time.
Much like Bill, everything about Arthur Morgan is tragic as well, so obviously he was gonna make it onto this list. Arthur Morgan is in love with a terrible person who just strings him along every chance she gets.
Oh, Arthur. 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 Oh, Arthur.
And let me clarify, because there's a lot of Mary Linton hate out there. Mary Linton was not wrong for leaving Arthur in the first place. She was absolutely right. He was a criminal. His life was filled with violence. She made the right decision in leaving. Where she is an awful person is she comes back into Arthur's life knowing how he feels about her and then takes advantage of him.
I know it is wrong to ask you.
Mary Linton was doing just fine without Arthur. She was very set on her decision to leave and stay out of his life. Then she started having problems, and she comes back to Arthur knowing he will do absolutely anything for her, and she takes advantage of that. She knows his feelings for her are stronger than her feelings for him. The awful truth is, she was never ever going to get back with Arthur. And if you don't agree with the points I brought up, let's go ahead and hear what Mary-Beth has to say.
Get over her, Arthur.
See? I'm not the only one. Then there's the fact that he actually had a wife before, the mother of his child, and she was brutally murdered. Then there's also the fact that Arthur was dumb enough to let Mary-Beth go. What were you doing? All right, she is wonderful. You done screwed up, Arthur. And then there's Charlotte.
Please, call me Charlotte.
Arthur Morgan.
Charlotte is one of the stranger missions that comes later on in the game that's one of the most wholesome and beautiful things to watch. Arthur stumbles upon Charlotte grieving over her dead husband, and now she's stuck in this house alone in the middle of the woods trying to survive. It's this very tender and wholesome story that shows Arthur teaching her how to hunt and teaching her how to survive on her own. She doesn't just learn how to survive, she thrives. Haha. There is nothing romantic that ever happens between these two characters, and honestly, that's fine. I do love when media actually shows that you can have healthy platonic relationships between men and women, but I do think that if Arthur was healthy and wasn't dying, this could have been a very wonderful relationship for him to explore. This could have been that type of relationship that he settles down with and finally finds some sort of peace and happiness. And now it's time for the moment we've all been waiting for. The most tragic Red Dead Redemption 2 romance. Do you have any clue of who it might be? Let me know in the comments what you're thinking right now, and then go back to that comment and tell me if you were right or wrong. Because engagement! This video needs engagement to be successful!
Gav! Where are you? Where are you?
100% it's Nigel. It's not even close. It's for sure Nigel. We meet Nigel desperately searching for Gavin for the first time as Arthur. Then there's a time jump and we become John Marston, and we can still see Nigel trying to search for Gavin. That is not a friendship. That is love, my dude, in the purest form. He has spent his entire life searching for Gavin. That is the most beautiful form of romance that I have ever seen. And also the most tragic. Some of you guys are gonna ask, why didn't you put Sadie on this list? Well, why didn't you include her? And to that, I will explain, okay? The reason why I didn't put Sadie on this list is because she had years with her husband where she had her love story. They were happy, all right? It was a wonderful time with them. And mostly because I got about 75% of the way done with this video before I remembered that Sadie was very, very tragic, and I would have to restart doing the video, and I think I've already clarified that I'm lazy. So she should have been on the list, but like, I kind of forgot. And then also, real quick, for honorable mentions, there's of course Dutch's love for eating people, and then Jack's love for being a weirdo creep toward women. That has been 5 tragic romances in Red Dead Redemption 2. Let me know the ones that I missed or forgot about 75% of the way through this video. Just let me know about them in the comment section. And guys, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button and the bell button that tells you when I release these videos, which is once a week, every Tuesday at 12 p.m. Pacific time. I'll see you then!